Good morning and welcome. We are delighted that you have decided to join us today for our Sunday morning celebration service right here at Unity of Citrus County. We invite you to get settled in. Our service is about to begin in just a few moments. It is our sincere prayer that the music, the meditation, and the message will uplift you and inspire you to become the light of the world that you have come here to be. We invite you to come and visit us in person. We would love to meet you. And we invite you to also visit our website at www.unityofcitrus.org. Have a blessed day.
You are welcome here. 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 Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you go and wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Whatever you've been through, you found us somehow. Wherever you are on your journey now, you are home. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are so welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome anyway now. You are welcome here. You are You are welcome here. 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 Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you're going, wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 You are welcome. You are welcome here. 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 Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you're going, wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are choose love. I choose love.
Good morning. It's so good to see you. It's so good to some of you that I haven't seen in a while. I'm so excited this morning. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday celebration service. It's very hot outside, but very beautifully cool inside. So I'm so glad that we are in this energy together and that we are choosing love, that we're choosing to be that presence of love in everything that we say and do and think. We choose love because that's who we are. And so, is there anyone here visiting for the very first time? Just your welcome. We're so glad you have joined us. Welcome. So, Unity of Citrus is one of those wonderful places that we call home. This is our home. And we love Unity of Citrus because Unity is positive, practical, progressive Christianity. And boy, are we looking for that everywhere, right? A place that would help us to live the teachings that we offer, the teachings of Jesus, the teachings of our principles, that God is everywhere present, that we are a child of God, that we can commune with God through prayer, that our thoughts create the experience of our reality. All of that and more will help us to flourish, to become the love that we are and the love that we have come here to be. So welcome. Join us later. I think we have a birthday Sunday coming. So any of you that have birthdays, come and join us. And if you don't have a birthday, come and join us anyway so we can celebrate birthdays together. So I'm going to ask you to, if you could play that song again just a little bit, I want you to just get up and turn around and greet your neighbor and tell them that you choose love above all things, above everything. So we're going to play that song one more time and go ahead. I'm going to call you back, so come back when we go. Just say hello to each other.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love.
We are a part of each other. We are one heart unite us, that's all we're made of. I choose love. So we have a most amazing service planned for you, prepared with much prayer and much love. And what we want to do now is set the intention. Let's just set the intention to be present, to open our hearts and minds and be just receptive. So I'm inviting you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And let's just take a sweet, gentle breath. And let us remember that right here, right now, And in every moment of our lives, we are immersed in the love of God, the power of God, the light of God, the goodness of God. We acknowledge that presence right here in our lives and out in the world. And so as we come together these next few moments, we set the intention to be really present, to open our hearts wide open. No expectation, just allowing, letting our mind rest in peace, releasing any thoughts and anything that we came up with this morning or this afternoon that we're going to do. Just let the mind be still. Peace, be still, know God. And as we move into these moments together, we are ready. We are ready to become the vessel to receive what is ours to receive this day, that we may go out in the world and give. Give of our love, give of our patience and our kindness and our compassion. Be the God, the only face that anyone will see of God. For this and so much more, we are eternally grateful, for we know that the Holy Presence moves through this place, through us, as us, bringing light and love that harmonizes and brings peace, and we can say with all certainty that all is well. Thank you, God. And so it is. So would you say the affirmation of oneness with me? There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, right here, right now, God. Namaste.
Good morning. My name is Annie, and I'm one of the licensed Unity teachers here at Unity of Citrus. Today's daily word is protection. As I practice the presence of God, I feel secure. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God, omnipotent, omniscience, and omnipresence is not only all around me, God is within me. As I take this truth into my heart, I feel calm and secure. The circumstances of the world have no lasting power over me. God is greater and more enduring than anything I may be called to face. I have within me the power to feel God's protecting presence at any time. As I pray, I affirm the strength and power of God are mine to call upon. I can use these divine powers to move beyond that which may scare or intimidate me. In renewed faith and deep security, I move bravely forward. The Bible verse today is 1 John chapter 4, verse 4. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. So we affirm all day. As I practice the presence of God, I feel secure. And so it is. Namaste.
When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God.
So now is the time to take this just a little bit deeper. And again, with meditation, this is truly a practice of oneness. So I invite you now to get comfortable in your chair and close your eyes or soften your gaze and have both feet flat on the floor to feel and experience our oneness and connection to the entire universe. So the first thing we do is just thank our mind for all the wonderful thoughts and ideas that we have. And we thank them. And as we give gratitude, we shut the door to those inside thoughts for now. This allows us to travel to our inner realm. That inner realm that knows. That inner realm that hears all the sweet, sweet messages of spirit. So we just shut the door to the outside and nurture that inside realm. So observe where that inner realm of knowing is. Perhaps around your heart or in your throat. Where is that place without a doubt that you know that you know that you know that God is whispering, I love you. And as we observe this inner knowing place, this force of healing, we send this healing energy to any place in our body that perhaps needs this energy of healing. So this inner knowing of us is able to heal and send messages of love and peace and comfort and kindness. All of those nurturing components of our truth. So now in the silence, observe this energy that is nurturing each and every one of your cells with the truth of your being. Just listen. And we express gratitude for the wealth of healing resources that reside within us when we call them forth in the power of your word. So we remember that each time that we take a breath, it is that sacred reminder of our connection to love and to who we are. And so it is. Namaste.
Moment to take you all in. I used to tell my grandchildren, let me look at you. Let me just kind of condense you really tiny, 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 and then put you in my heart. So I just want to take a moment to do that because I just love you. Just glad to be here with you. What a privilege and an honor it is to serve you. So today, I want to talk to you about the gift of grace. Beautiful gift. How many of you like getting gifts? Oh, I love it. I just love getting gifts, you know. And a few weeks ago, a good friend of mine, Martha Creek, she sent me the most intriguing gift. I looked at it, I didn't even know what it was. Michael, can you put that slide up? I had no idea what this thing was, just the first one. I thought it was an onion. And then I thought, well, what in the world can this possibly be? And then I read the little caption, the little note that she sent me, and she said that it was a waxed amaryllis bulb. And that it had no instructions, nothing. It said, all it said was, put it in a place where it will get light. So I did. I put it near a window, and every day I would check it out with intrigue. Oh, what's going to happen? You know, what's going to come out of this little thing here? Nothing happened. Weeks passed. Nothing happened. So I emailed Martha, and I said, Martha, are you sure there's nothing I need to do to this bulb other than to put it where there's light? And she said, yes. Just keep it where there is light. And so I did, and I stopped fuzzing over it and trying to figure out what can I do to help it along. It would bloom if it would bloom, you know, and I let it be. So last week was a real challenging week for me in so many areas, you know, in my own personal life, in the life of my family, in the life of the family of the church itself. And by Thursday, I was so exhausted, both in my body and in my mind. I just needed to just stop. Just stop. You ever been there? Just got to put everything, just stop. So I did. I went home, and I decided on my way home that what I'm really going to do is take a little sabbatical for a couple of days. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to stop. And then I went, and I told Joe, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to sleep. And I did. Went to sleep. I slept a couple of hours, and when I got up, I was feeling really refreshed and kind of cool. Like, okay, that's a little better. And I went into the room where I keep this onion-looking bulb. And I wanted to get something from there. And to my wonderful surprise, this is what I saw. Michael, can you put that? Isn't that beautiful? I didn't have the right lighting to capture it, but there it was in all its glory. It had bloomed like it was showing itself off, you know? Here I am, this beautiful red, big, giant amaryllis flower. Oh, it was captivating for me. It really was. I didn't know where else to put it so that I could take a picture of it. You know, see, sometimes things of beauty, whatever they may be, like art or music or any kind of form of beauty, nature itself, it just kind of has an ability to bring us into the present moment. Isn't that true? It kind of brings you right there. It captivates you. And when we are in the present moment, that's the perfect moment to open ourselves to receive the gift of grace. And that's what that did for me. It opened the moment for me to be present and receive the grace that was wanting to pour into my life. We can get rid of that now, Michael. So I was happy and grateful all at the same time. I took my little bowl of flowers and I showed it to Joe, and I said, look. And he was amazed. He said, wow. I said, it was great. I didn't have to do anything but keep it in the light. And then I realized, all of a sudden, I realized, because in the present moment, something sometimes wants to be shown, wants to be revealed. And if you're open and you're receptive, you get to see it, you get to know it. So I realized what was being shown to me at that very moment. It was like, aha. And it was so simple that I have everything that I need within me, everything to bloom and blossom and be a reflection of love, of the goodness of God right within me. And that all I ever need to do, no striving or stressing, is to let the light, allow the light to open the way. Allow the light to open the way. I don't need to prove myself, anything to myself or to anyone else. I am a child of God, perfect and beautiful and in every way capable. And so all I need to do is walk in the light. You know how we used to sing to the children? We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. That's all I need to do is walk in the light. We make life so challenging, don't we? Good heavens. Said, I need to trust. I need to trust that that light is going to show me the way. It's going to show me whatever it is that I need to walk through. It's going to light that path and make it clear for me. How we forget, don't we? We just forget. I love to tell these stories because I want to tell you that I'm not here, I'm here with you. We're walking on this journey together. And so, oh my goodness, it's easy to forget that who we are. It's easy to forget how much we're loved, how much we are loved, and that we have everything within us. It's always there. Those moments of grace always bring assurance and peace and kind of make you feel back in balance and in harmony with all that is. You see, what's wonderful about this gift is that you don't need to ask for it. You don't. It's unmerited. There's nothing you can do to earn it. It's free. I love free things, don't you? It's unconditional. It is given to everyone from all walks of life, the young, the old, the ones that we think are not good enough, you know? This wonderful gift is freely given. You can't see it and you can't touch it, but boy, can you feel it. You can definitely feel it. It's unsolicited and impartial and always abundantly available for everyone. And all we ever need to do is open ourselves up to accept it. Open ourselves up. Because we can so easily reject this amazing gift, amazing grace. We just kind of fall there. And how do we resist it? Well, we resist it with our very own thoughts and our very own feelings. We get caught up in these error thoughts that are really contrary to our divine nature. Not good enough. Can't do it. So-and-so is whatever we're thinking. Who knows? I don't even want to go there. There's sometimes these thoughts of unforgiveness and fear and anger and resentment and judgment and envy. Oh my goodness, we just could go on and on and on. And despite ourselves, grace is available. Despite ourselves, grace is always available. And the moment that we open ourselves up, it flows in and through us. And although I tell you, there are times when you feel separated from this activity of God, this grace of God, which is really love in action, you can feel as though you are not worthy or not able or whatever it is that we say to ourselves. And that's not true. You are loved. You will never be loved more than you are being loved right now. You are of love. You came from the womb of love. And that's a reminder to all of us to remember. And here's something more that grace does. I just love this gift of grace. May I walk in beauty and grace before all of humanity and all of spirit. So, see, grace is so wonderful. It never allows you to reap your full harvest. of the ever thoughts and the actions that we take, the things that we say and we think. It never allows you to take the full, but can you imagine if it did? We'd be in big trouble, I'll tell you that. What it does is that grace causes you to reap more good than we even ever deserve. And I don't know about you, but I am so grateful for that, because we fall asleep. We're not always showing up as the Christ self that we are. We forget to love one another and to love ourselves and to be the love that we are and have come here to be. We forget that. We make comments like, I won't work with that person, or I won't do that because I'm just going to boycott it. Things like that are only hurting you. And grace, despite of what you're thinking, despite of what you're planning, grace never allows you to reap your full harvest of error thoughts, of error emotions. And I'll show you an example. I love to give you examples of my own life, because you could see in my own life, hopefully in your life. You see, this weekend, I was expecting two of my really wonderful longtime friends. They were going to come and stay the weekend with us. And I had invited my other friend, who I'd known forever, and her boyfriend to come, because she knows this couple as well. I invited Z and Willie to come, and I was really excited about them coming. And so I already envisioned, when you know that you're excited about someone coming to your house, and what I was going to make, and I was already hearing the laughter as we remembered things of the past and created new memories. I was so ready for them, looking forward to getting together. But by Thursday, as I told you earlier, I was not feeling well. I was exhausted in body and in my mind. And of course, that's the easiest time for your inner critic to start talking to you, kind of loudly, very loudly, and start to tell you things. Like it whines and it complains, and you don't have enough time to get this together, or you don't have enough energy, and you should have, and you could have, and why didn't you? All that chatter. You ever had that? Oh my goodness. What a pesky little inner voice that was, And as I am trying to quiet this mind, the phone rings, and it's my good friend who's coming to visit. And he says to me, "Hi, how are you? We're so looking forward to seeing you." And I guess my voice gave it away, because I was losing my voice. And he goes, when I said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" He goes, "Hey, what's going on? You don't sound like yourself." I said, "Well, here I go whining. I don't feel so good, and I've been tired, and we have a rough day, blah, 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 And in a moment, he listened, and he says, "You know what? How about if we do it next week? Because it's easier for us to come next week." And all of a sudden, a moment of grace made me realize, Luz, the whole universe conspires for you. It is always watching for you. It loves you with that unconditional love. It knew that I needed rest. I didn't need to hear all the stuff in my head. I could have just turned and said, "The peace of God lives in me, and it will unfold perfectly the way it's supposed to be." But I didn't, of course. I went into this, talk in my head. And so the minute he said that, it's like I don't know, it's like, everything just washed off me. There was no more worry, no more anxiety. I was in a peaceful place. I was accepting this love of God that knew how to orchestrate all of this so beautifully. That's why grace is the most precious gift you will ever have. Why do I need to worry? Why should I fret? His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches over me. And so This is what grace always does for us. It comes and it sweeps in like a good companion, like a friend, gentle, sweetly reminding you of your truth, bringing you back into the knowing. And we can begin to trust this benevolent, loving presence in the universe, that we can trust that we are never, ever alone. Ever. Ever. We are in God. We're in God. In God we move and breathe and we have our being. And God is in us. And that we're loved despite the error thoughts that are in our mind. We don't need to judge ourselves. To know these things, to embrace these things, to know God is always present, right where I am, that I am loved, that I'm a child of God, that I have everything. This is what it's like to live and lead in a state of grace. This is what it's like to live and lead in your own lives in a state of grace, where grace becomes sufficient. Grace is enough. This doesn't mean that you're not going to have struggles and hardships in your life, because we think, oh, well, yeah, okay, life is going to be a piece of cake. It's not. Because, you are having your spiritual being having a human experience. You have come here to learn and to remember. So you will have struggles. The moments where you feel suffering in this realm. What all of this means is that you won't be alone. That grace will always be available to you. And that grace will be sufficient. And all you need to do is open yourself to it. How do you do that? How in the world do you do that? That's what I love about Unity, because it doesn't just throw something out. It just kind of gives you some tools. How do you do that? Well, you start by choosing loving thoughts. Do some self-reflecting. What is it that I'm holding in my consciousness? Choose loving and positive thoughts of truth. Replace all that self-criticism and judgment and negativity with self-love. Love yourself. Because if you cannot love yourself, how in the world are you going to love anybody else? Have compassion and acceptance. Remember, you will always attract what you focus on. So what do you want to focus on? And surrender control. Oh my goodness. Sometimes that's really hard, isn't it? Like me with the bulb. I wanted to figure out what to do with that bulb. Surrender the control. Trust that there is a higher wisdom. There's a higher wisdom guiding your life and my life. Allow that grace to work through you. And this is going to open up so many spaces within you for unexpected blessings, things that you were not even thinking of. Practice gratitude. I love gratitude. It just shifts everything, doesn't it? It just shifts everything. All of a sudden, you're no longer in lack of what you don't have anymore. You're in a state of abundance because there's so much to be grateful for. Do the forgiveness work. If you're still holding on to unforgiveness, ask Spirit to show you how to release it. Forgiveness liberates us and sets us free from the bondage of something that no longer is happening. It sets us free and opens space for grace to enter into our lives and help transform our lives. Engage in serving. There's plenty of places here where you can serve. Pick something. Get engaged. Know when you work with each other, there's something that causes joy in your life. When you see whatever ministry you're working in and it's growing, you feel joyful. So get engaged and show kindness to others by extending that love and that compassion, that support to those around you, you are aligning yourself, you're opening yourself for this wonderful gift to come and flow through and bless your life. Grace is boundless. It will never run out, ever. It's God's love in action. How can it? And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I can tell you, assure you with my deepest assurance, that you will find grace no matter where you are, even in your most darkest time of life. For me, in my life, no pain ever was as excruciating as the pain that I felt when my son took his last breath. Nothing compares to that. I really thought that I would not be able to bear it. But in those moments of my utter despair and hopelessness, where I just couldn't find a way out, grace found me. And grace engulfed me and blessed me. And it gave me a peace that surpasses understanding. It helped me find the strength that was always within me. It was like a light in the darkness that guided me through that. It made a way where I just possibly could not see a way. I could not see how in the world will I ever join the land of the living when I didn't want to. But grace saw me through. Grace was my light. It was my strength. It reminded me that I was not alone, that I was always loved, that I would never be left alone. It felt like that same grace was being extended to me through my family and my friends and my neighbors. And I decided that I'm going to open myself to that. I'm going to open myself to that. I'm going to receive it. And the more that I did that, the more that my broken heart mended. This broken heart, but I think sometimes in the brokenness, the light can shine so much more beautifully. Grace taught me that. Grace never leaves you. It will never forsake you, for it is God's love. Michael Beckwith, he is a New Thought minister, well known. He said that grace is receptivity to the givingness of spirit. You don't have to cajole it or beg spirit for anything. The presence of God is the same as it was yesterday, today, and forever. And it is already giving you everything. It's already giving you everything. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All we have to do is open ourselves to it. There's a story in the Bible about a man called Zacchaeus. Haven't you know him? We used to sing a little song about him in Spanish. I won't sing it, but anyway. So Zacchaeus was a tax collector. He was probably the chief tax collector, and in that profession, you could make a lot of money. So he was a very wealthy man. But he was despised by his people, by the Jewish people. The tax collectors were known for their dishonesty and the exploitation of the Jews, and so they were considered the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the sinners. And Zacchaeus, like many wealthy people, had all this stuff, all this material possession, but he felt empty. He felt empty. No amount of money was able to buy for him what his soul was yearning for. And he heard that Jesus was coming to town. Jesus is coming to town. Anyway, so so Zacchaeus wanted to see him because he had heard, wow, he's a master teacher and he performs all these miracles. So he makes a plan that he's going to go. Now, Zacchaeus was a little guy. So he had to climb a sycamore tree to get a better view of when Jesus was coming because there was such a crowd there all over him. And when Jesus saw Zacchaeus perched up in that tree, he called to him by name. Very significant. He says, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I will stay in your house. Zacchaeus represents those limiting, tiny little thoughts because of his stature, little thoughts that we give power to. We allow them to give power to. And so Zacchaeus climbs a sycamore tree, which is a tree that gives out this fig. I think it's a mulberry little fig. It really is not of much value, but he climbs up there, takes his little thought self up into the Zacchaeus tree, and perches himself up there. And Jesus says to him, come down, get off your high horse. In other words, get off those little limiting thoughts that you think are going to be all, the best of you. Get off that, come on down. Telling the ego, come on down, because today I'm going to your house. I've seen your heart. I know what you're longing for. I'm going into your house, your consciousness, a truth entering into our home. Our consciousness. So Zacchaeus, obedient to spirit, elated with joy, comes down and he welcomes Jesus into his home. His represents his consciousness with great joy. See, what did Jesus do right there? Jesus did not condemn him or judge him or kind of made all kinds of innuendos, like we sometimes do. Jesus extended grace to him, even though he was despised by the Jews. His mission was to extend grace to everyone, regardless of their past mistakes or social standings. And that's what he has commanded us to do, to love one another, to be merciful and kind one another, to extend compassion and goodwill, to forgive often and be generously loving and accepting. See, sometimes we hold someone to their past. You say, well, no, because that person did this, that, and that, and the other. You close the door to extending grace to them. And when you do that, if you're that vessel that put a cap, now you can't get the flow of grace either. Jesus taught us, forgive, extend grace, make space for everyone. You see, that's the nature of God, to be love. That's what it is. God is love. It tells us clearly God is love. And he extends that gracious love through grace unconditionally to everyone. And we that are created in the image and the likeness of God have the same capacity to extend grace to others. We can and we must if we're going to create a different world. If we're going to create a different community, if we're to live in a world that would stop living in a consciousness of fear, we must open ourselves to grace. You are the vessel, I am the vessel, through which God's grace flows. And we are the receiver and we are the giver. You want more grace? Give love and compassion and kindness and forgiveness. People need it. This whole world is needed. You know that. I know that. There are people in the world that are scared. And they're angry and confused. And a host of other things. They need to know that they are loved unconditionally. They need to know that they have sacred worth. When we close the door to someone, we deny acknowledging that they have sacred worth. They are of God, all of us. They need to know that they're not alone, that they don't have to face all these life's hardship, that they can be surrounded by a community of grace. They don't have to figure out entirely for themselves how to cope with the tensions of life or all that self-doubt that kind of bubbles up or those periods of despair. They need to find the peace that runs so much deeper than whatever conflict or circumstances they may be facing. They need to find the hope that will sustain them and see them through the most painful periods of their lives, like those neighbors and friends and family that did that for me. They need you. You are the answer. I am the answer. Need us to extend this grace that helps us, helps them to have a sense of belonging. Not separation, but belonging. And blesses them and stretches them and lifts them out of a fear consciousness. That's what we need. That's why we are here. That's what I envision as a community. That we're learning to offer acceptance and forgiveness. We're learning to serve and be served. We're learning how to extend grace, how to be that which we already are. That's how I see it. I see it like this is a school of love. That's how I see it. This is a school of love where we learn from one another how to love as we have been divinely loved and continue to be loved. This is where we learn it. We are like the microcosm of the macrocosm. Now we can go out there and be that which we have come here to be. Grace will always be available for you to do that if you open yourself to it. And for me, I have found grace in sometimes the most simplest of things, like a cool, fresh breeze that comes on a hot summer day. Doesn't that feel good? It's almost like God is kissing you, with a cool summer breeze. Or when I watch a sunset, it just takes my breath away. I'm so grateful I could see it. I'm so grateful it's so beautiful. I'm so grateful it brings me to the present moment. I love it when Mia, who is, Mia is my little kitty. She is like Miss Prima Donna. She will not come to me unless she feels like it. And so when she does, it's like such a sweet treat. And lately she's been coming more and more, and she sits by me or on my lap, and I hear her purr. And she looks at me, and it's almost like she's looking at me with so much love. I feel the love of God through her. Imagine if we looked at each other that way, that we could feel it. That's grace, extending grace. Of all the gifts that you will ever have in this lifetime, treasure it. That's the most precious and the most valuable gift. The gift of grace is yours to receive, is yours to give. So open yourself to it. Release what not allows you to. And choose grace, to give grace. Give it lavishly. It's just my prayer for all of us, that we may embody grace in our thoughts and in our words and in our actions, and just allow it to flow through us and touch the lives of those around us. Put away the pride that has kept us from doing that. Be yourself. Allow yourself to receive grace from your people that love you. And allow yourself to give that grace. When we remember that we are divine beings. We're not this body. We are deserving of love and joy and peace and abundance in our lives. Let us let grace guide us on this journey, empowering us to create a community of grace and go out there and become the grace that the world so needs. For you are the only face of God that anybody will ever see. Be graceful. Walk in beauty and grace before God and before man. And your life will be abundantly blessed. Namaste. God will take care of us. This song is in the hymnal, and I found it the other day, and I thought it was so appropriate. So if you want to stand, please stand and sing with me. The words are there, and know that this is so, so true. So true.
Be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will take care of you. Beneath his wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. Through days of toil when heart doth fail, God will take care of you. When dangers fierce your path assail, God will take care of you.
You are.
God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. All you may need, He will provide. God will take care of you. Nothing you ask will be denied. God will take care of you. God will take care of you through every day or all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you.
And all you need to do is expose yourself to the light, walk in the light. Let the light guide you and lead you. The grace always abides, and it is boundless. God will take care of you. Where you are, God
God
It is
will take
is.
care
All it is in totality.
through
Just take those
every
words
day
into your heart and remember
or
them.
all the way.
Remember them.
He will take care of you. God will take care of you. No matter what may be the test.
We can close it. We can close it. Thank you.
Okay, God will take care of us. Yes, wasn't sure when that was going to end. Kept popping. Yes, I know. Now is the time for us to support this wonderful Unity community. So I invite each of you to bring out your tithes and place those in your hand. And if they're not in your hand, you can see all of that in your hand as we say our offertory. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send forth this gift with my blessings and my love. And now we just take this into prayer, and we know that this community is abundantly blessed, and we see doing great works of love, peace, and forgiveness. Thank you, God. So it is. Just a few announcements. We have a book study. Oh. Okay. Do it at the end. Okay. Yes, the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, all is divine. I'm off my beat today. Now announcements. We have a book study, Lessons in Truth. We are starting Unity Basics Plus. One of the reasons I call it Unity Basics Plus is I really believe each of us continually needs to revisit how the principles are in our life. Every time something happens to me, I have that forgettery. So remembering our principles is extremely critical. I think that's it with announcements. The wick? It's not on here. Oh, potluck. I hear something about food. Potluck at the end of the month. Do you have anything that you want to add?
I want to personally invite you to a book study that I'm doing. It's on prayer. It's How to Be a Wick in the Candle of God. So it's a beautiful, beautiful book. And so go to the bookstore and see how you can get it. If you want to attend, I would love for you to attend it. And then the other one is actually a class on Lessons of Truth, and you would register online. If you have any trouble registering, come see us in the office, and we will help you. We will help you. We will get you registered. Don't worry, Connie. We will. So let us stand and sing the peace song. I'll meet you in the lobby. I hope that you take advantage of all those classes we're offering. And have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed week. Thank you for visiting with us, those of you that came for the first time. Welcome. Thank you.
God, you are every mountain.
God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky.
Thank you.
God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall.